Southeast Grand near Washington Street. Many here are fighting addiction on the sidewalks, in empty parking lots, and soon, if and when they're ready, inside this building. It used to be an old U.S. bank. In December, it'll open as Portland's newest overnight shelter with up to 200 beds. But unlike the city's other low-barrier shelters, this one will only offer recovery beds for people needing a safe and sober night of sleep.
They've always been neighbors. It's just now they're not going to be intense on the sidewalk.
Locksmith Jim Holloway works and lives in the neighborhood.
I'm excited.
Why?
Because it's going to be a recovery place. And theoretically, we'll be taking them one step farther away from the streets.
Across from the bank is City Team Ministries. After several years in this spot, they're moving downtown. But the city asked them to keep some staff here and run it as another recovery shelter, adding 80 more beds.
Honestly, I don't have any concerns about it.
Clay Van Riper works nearby. He knows not everyone welcomes overnight shelters, but thinks it's for the best.
I would be more worried if there was nothing happening, if we were stagnant or moving in the wrong direction. As long as we can establish something that works and then repeat the process through the town, I think that's only a positive thing.
We want to meet anybody where they're at that moment.
Portland Mayor Keith Wilson is trying to end unsheltered homelessness in the city, and he's happy with the progress. But there have been a lot of bumps. The biggest one, opening this low-barrier homeless shelter in the Pearl District. Over the summer, neighbors packed meeting rooms demanding the city reconsider.
Come to us with a real plan that isn't fast-tracked and a half-baked campaign promise.
We heard over and over again was, we don't want to be part of the mayor's campaign promise at the cost of our neighborhood.
Yeah. We had to go on offense, not defense. People are suffering and dying now. We can't ask for permission to care for Portlanders. That offense means that when we had a shelter, we found it, we leased it, we opened it. We weren't going to wait for a 6 or 12-month community engagement.
Wilson did say the community's outrage was warranted.
They've lost trust in our city because every time we've told our city we're going to open a shelter or bring this resource, we would see a degradation in service in that community. That's not a partnership.
But 6 weeks after the Pearl Shelter opened, even the most outspoken critics have said the city seems to be upholding its end of the bargain.
Right now, I think things are going in a positive direction.
The recovery beds on Southeast Grand will bring the city's total number of overnight shelter beds to 1,090, about 400 short of the mayor's goal of 1,500 beds by December 1st.
We have 41 days left.
Are you willing to sacrifice your goal to make sure that you make the right decisions for the right communities?
If it's 1,000, then it's 1,000. Our goal is we need about 200 empty beds every night to allow the flex flow. So if it gets cold all of a sudden tomorrow, I want you to trust we always have some place for somebody to go. That's never a tent, that's never a sidewalk, that's never a doorway ever again.
As the partnership with the neighborhood continues, the mayor says the city will send weekly street sweepers, graffiti abatement teams, and officers to address open-air drug activity around the Southeast Grand shelters, much like they've done around the Pearl Shelter. They're also inviting the public to share feedback and concerns. We'll post that email address on kgw.com. David.
Thanks, Catherine. Learned a lot. Appreciate the follow-up, too.